All right, hey, what's up, guys? All right, so we are starting a fresh playthrough today. Put some sound in my ears. Let me just put my chat up so I can see this. All right, guys, this is Eve Frontier. This is the second cycle. Oh, sorry, the cycle 5. It's like playing a brand new game. If you guys played this before in the past, this cycle plays a lot differently from the previous ones. It's got a lot of new things. So we're gonna basically make a fresh character. All right, so we are starting a fresh play. And sorry, uh, it's a little bright. Made a fresh account. I've gotten a pretty good jump start on my main account, so we made this account for streaming purposes, and basically, you know, and those that are interested, they can see what it's like from the first jump. I'm going to go over some things for the tutorial. I'm going to be giving some pro tips and stuff like that. So basically, we're gonna play it, right? We're just gonna play it. So let's make this character. All right. Oh yeah, dude, it's completely different than EVE Online. It's so a lot of, I mean, there are some elements of the same. So basically, it's like EVE Online, but a strategic horror style, right? It's think of what's like Rust, right? It's gonna be in that vein. It's gonna be in the that kind of survival, like Dune, that sort of thing. But what a lot of EVE Online players hate, and I'm not that big a fan of it either. Is there is no more point click, right? I can't. We just jumped in now, and first of all, I'm going to say they changed the UI. I hate this UI. On my main account, I changed everything around, and we're gonna go with that. We'll do that in a minute too. But we're first right here. This is where we first log in. It's our first section. But as you can see, there is no point click, right? I can't point to a click in space and fly off to it. That's gone. What I can do is I can right click and approach. You can orbit. Everything is done through the WASD controls. And the E is basically gives you your gas, right? It gives you everything right here. It tells you. E is your gas, Q is reverse, control space, cuts all the speed altogether. So before we start playing, let's change our layout, right? Because this is annoying. All right, so to change your layout, you can just go into the widget mode here, and then it brings us here, and we can just change things around. So this, we're moving. This, we're going to move down to here. And I have talked to the devs. I don't like how the ship just sits in the bottom left or bottom center right here. It should sit somewhere in the center here, but unfortunately, they like that aesthetic. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this up top here. This is my memory bar for my clone. We'll get into that later. Yeah, dude, it's wild. And in this iteration of it, you can actually have there's HOTAS, what controller support, right? There's native controller support, so you can use an Xbox controller, you can use a flight stick, and it makes the game a little bit more immersive doing that. So let's continue moving this stuff around. We're gonna put our cap over here. I'm gonna put my fuel over here. I'm going to keep this over here, just kind of glue this open because I'm going to put my HUD down here. And yeah, we're going to move the chat window down here. And yeah, okay, so that works. We're going to exit this menu now. All right, there we go. Dismiss this. Okay. So in our inventory, this ship is basically a shuttle. It uses unstable fuel, or you can use D1 fuel, which is basically derived from water molecules. And basically to refuel, since we have an empty tank right now, it's just going to take what we have there and pop that there. So we have our cutting laser. We have a skip, which is, I'm going to go into that in a few minutes. That's basically, think of it as a micro jump drive, but you can't steer with it. It just goes straight. We have our hull repairer, and we have our afterburner. I'm going to load our mining lens in. And yes, in this game, your mining laser, your cutting laser, can be used as a weapon. if you guys haven't played this. All right, so we refueled. We're just going to go along with the tutorial as we're going here. So we might as well kill this guy, this rat. Now, you can use F to target. You can use Control X. You can use X to target. You know, let's move that. I don't like the targets up there either. So we're going to move this, enter this one more time. Come back here. Okay, I said something. All right, hold on. Why is this not working? Oh, because it's up here. That's why. Let's move this down here. Come back. There we go. Move it up a little bit more. There we go. There. Now all my targets will line up right here. Okay, let's kill this guy. We're just going to mine him to death. And he goes bye-bye. And as with every Eve game, the R team is always knocks it out of the park. However, there are no ship textures. Now, the weird thing about this cycle is when you blow things up, they do not drop wrecks. I mean, the wrecks are there, but they do not drop loot. All the loot can be found being guarded by these things. So we can use E, right, to move around. WSD to control our ship, to turn around and all that good stuff. Or because I'm lazy, I'm just going to right-click and approach. Now, I did notice that when you do right-click and approach, one thing... Let me bring this chat back up. Sorry, guys. Let me bring this back up. Yes, it is Survival Eve. And actually, for the month of March, they actually have to play it without just... They have a 10-day free period. And I don't know when that's going to happen. They haven't let us know when that Remnant Access, the 10-day free trial, is going to happen. But they do have an offer. Most of the Founders Packs are like, I think they start about $40, right? And it gives you a bunch of different things in the game. I can bring it up real quick. Let me see here. Let's go to eFrontier. Let's bring this over here. Okay. So, no, stop it. Okay. So if we go to Founders Access, these are the packs you can buy to play. And they all come with different things, like free skins, stuff like that. Subscription plan at launch. It's going to be like EVE Online with the Omega. You get to reserve your name. So throughout the alpha, you have your name. No one else can steal that name when the game launches. But for the month of March, they are offering this pack, which is a $20 pack. It gives you Founders Access. It allows you to play the game fully through all the development cycles until the game launches. And you can always upgrade down the line. But if you're interested in trying it out, that's one way to go. All right, so we are here. Let's open this up. Let's take all this stuff. We got more fuel. Got some feldspar. Is there anything else in this region? Yeah, we're going to go over that one. Good thing they don't have collision damage in the game yet, because I just be crashing into shit. All right, so we got this. We're going to take all this stuff. All right. Is there anything else here? Let's go to tactical mode. Nothing else is here. Oh, there we go. We got one more. Oh, see, now it makes a liar of me. So they tell us that the rats don't drop. And I have noticed that most times you kill them, they don't drop anything right. So this guy now drops one. Maybe it's certain ferals or certain rats drop things. Over here. Take that fossilized data. All right. All right. So now we need to locate char. So we have to mine some feldspar. And unfortunately, everyone that comes from EVE Online, unfortunately, everyone is a miner in this game currently. You have to get to the bigger ships, to do stuff like that, to do your PvP and everything else. Unfortunately, you do have to have a little bit of a mining happening. So sorry, it does suck, but it is what it is. Once you get you could work with a tribe, and then have that work a little bit better. Maybe pull resources and such. Just sorry, got to do this earlier. Do this real quick. All right, so we're gonna go to our system view. Let's see what kind of orbitals we have here. All right, so we need feldspar crystals, which are going to be in these inner ones. These outer ones are going to be our char, which is we're going to make fuel. So let's go to this one, this fringe lattice. And in the upcoming weeks, I am going to be putting out a bunch of tutorials for the channel. So basically, like how to hook up a controller, what orbitals are, stuff like that. All right, we've got our signatures. All right, let's see our points of interest. All right, find an ingot. They're going to be hanging out around there. Ah, there's swag right there. Okay, so that's metal. We need is the feldspar, but sometimes they are near there, so let's go there. We're gonna use our leap drive, or sorry, skip. Just trying to do something real quick. There we go. Okay. All right, let's use our skip drive. As you can see, we go super fast. Micro jump drive. Or just like a really, really badass, micro warp drive. It looks like we're going to crash into something, I think. No, 7. Oh, let's shut this off. We're close. All right, let's see what else is around us. We have swag here. I guess we're going to find out what those are. There. Yes, you can PvP at this release. Yes. In fact, on the PvP front, what the hell? It's kind of hard to see where I'm going here. On the PvP front, the devs are having a war this cycle. We have the community manager, Jotun, is going to he's running a corp. Yeah, I can't see where the hell I'm going here. All right, let's go to tactical. All right, we're in a big ass rock. Okay, we're just gonna go to a new section here. There's a station here. Let's go to the French Crossing. We'll go there. As I was saying, and you have the dev CCP Overload. They are both having tribes, which are basically corps in this game, and the entire CCP office are joining one side or the other, and they're inviting. They have to fight each other. They're going to try and see who can win. And they're inviting the community to join either side, not their corps or their tribes, but to ally with them against the other warring factions. Let me just juice down the sound a little bit. And we are stuck, I think. Right? What the hell is going on? All right, let's go tactical here. Okay. I think we are stuck. Oh, all right, hold on. Let's just reverse back. And the only thing bad about this ship is you can't really identify where you're going because it's hard to find out where the thrusters are. Okay, so that's an edge of the rock. You can't see anything here. Okay. Am I inside the rock? Okay, that's better. Okay. Turning the ship around. Yeah, I think I'm inside the model. I don't know how I got inside the model. We are now playing bumper cars. I think this would be a good time just to show you what the death animation looks like because we are stuck. So let's just do that. Let's just self-destruct. Okay. Always a great way to start a stream, right? I mean, right, exactly. Who needs lasers to mine, right? And yes, if I see another player, I will be shooting them. So yes. Stuck inside the rock, so can't even see it. Okay. Over here. Currently, right now, in the game, there is 20,000 different systems. Upon launch, they plan to have 120,000 systems. All right. Oh yeah, you want to see the map? Here, let me bring the map up for you guys. Let's miss this. This is where we are. And this is the map. Each of these dots is a separate system. These constellations, these actually have gates. So there are no gates inherent in this game. Only some systems have gates that link other systems. So players can build their own jump gates. So you can build your own jump gate network. So that's going to help out. Also, if you guys want, I am a member of the Tribe Reap in the game. If you guys do want to play, if you haven't touched this and you are thinking about getting that $20 pack, you can go ahead and use the link in the description of this video below. It's time for the shameless plug. Yes. When you do buy a pack, when it asks for if you have a referral code, just use my name, Daemonxel. It helps me get grace, helps me on the leaderboard, and that's the plug. So yeah, this is the system, and we can use ships to jump in between all these different stars. So we can We can show. Let's see here. Let's go jump range. Travel jump range. Okay, so we have jump range, right? Well, this ship can't jump, so we have to build a different ship for that. So let's do this. Let's go stations, right? This is going to show us all the stations. These are all the stations throughout the system. So yeah, there's a lot in this game. All right, so let's refuel and let's start again. Take 2, right? Nothing ever works the first time around. Also, things work differently in this game as well as opposed to skills. Let's bring this up a little bit more so we can see exactly. There we go. For no ships, you only start off with hull. To get armor or shields, you actually have to put modules on to give you that. Yes. Some ships are better at managing fuel than others when jumping. Plus, you have to worry about heat and amount. There's a formula that you can use to determine your jump range. So each ship has a different jump range depending on your mass, depending on the heat. This is a heat gauge right here. If you're up here, you're going to have a hard time jumping around. Let's take all this stuff. Any more wrecks in here? No other wrecks in here. Okay, so let's go immediately to another orbital. Let's not crash into a rock this time. All right, we'll go to the quarry. Also, the skills are insane. So implants are going to work a little bit differently than in EVE Online. To play this right now, I just showed there is a pack that you can buy. I'll bring it up again real quick for you guys. Bring this over. So these are the packs you can buy: 39, 40 bucks, 70 bucks, and $100, and it gives you all this stuff. However, for the month of March, they are offering a $20 pack, and this will allow you to play the game throughout every development cycle all the way until launch. And then you can always upgrade this. You can do everything else, but with these ones, you get different things. You get like different skins. You get subscription for 4 months. The subscriptions are going to be like the Omega for EVE Online. So we're in this new orbital. This one looks a lot better. All right. Hopefully there's none of those rats around. Some of the rats in here really, really hurt. I mean, like they F you up hard. All right, we'll go to this point of interest over here. So see how it's 571 km away? Because these orbitals are massive. So we have to use these different modules. Think of it as like a micro jump drive. For those who are just joining, we're going to use our skip. And we're going to, as you can see, go super fast over there. This is the first iteration of scanning in the game. This works off of gravitation later on down the road. And this is passive scanning. This is not active scanning. Active scanning will be coming in future cycles. And that's it's going to be more enhanced than like D-scan, right? From EVE Online. But this is passive scanning, and your onboard computer will resolve this the closer you get to it. Look, for $20, it's not bad. Like, not bad at all. Let's say we're getting more. And also, line of sight is definitely a thing in this game, guys. So yes, you can actually hide behind. You can hide behind like an asteroid, and they'll lose contact. They won't be able to shoot you. They'll be hitting the asteroid, or they'll actually lose you on their scanners altogether. Let's turn this off. Oh, where are we? What is this? What is this over here? Saw a box, so that might be someone's stuff. If there's someone here, maybe we can shoot them. Get a little PvP action going. Well, some wind-on-wind fights. Someone's field refinery is here. Right, nothing but ingots. These are probably ingots as well. What I'm looking for is char. I'm not seeing. Looks like everything here was mined out by another player, because these are probably all going to be ingots as well. And again, this is the first iteration of this passive scanning, and I think it's still a little bit broken. Because I mean, if I'm 30 km away from something, I should be able to resolve it, right? No, I was fighting something, and I was like 15 km away. Let's see, because there's nothing blocking between me and that. All right, so there's nothing here. All right, so we're gonna have to find different point of interest here. Let's turn around. Let me back out through this window. Trying to hit the rock. Oh yeah, there's many ships in the game. We're actually getting next cycle. We're gonna get modular games. Okay, so if you played EVE Online before, remember the. I haven't played EVE, and yes, I know I have not played EVE Online in over 10 years. But still, to this day, one of my favorite ships was the strategic cruiser. Long live the Loki, Proteus, and Tengu. But we're gonna get modular ships like that, so you can actually, depending on your playstyle, build your ship with different things from other ships, like different hull styles, and that's going to be coming next cycle. But there's many different ships in this game. If there's a market still a thing, I can show you the different ships. But right now, this is just a shuttle. Through the tutorial, they're going to make you're going to build your first Corvette, which is the Reflex, which is a great exploration ship. But again, that one only has 2 high slots, only one that can fit a turret, and it is a little challenged on the power grid. All right, so everything is super far away. We'll go to this is one of the closest ones. We'll go there. There we go. Reap is we are a mercenary group, so our main focus is on PvP. And yes, during this War of the Devs, we will be taking active contracts from both sides, or basically whoever pays the best, you know. But we have infrastructure backbones. We have a lot of dev guys. We have actually, I think, 2 to 4 members actually actively involved in the hackathon, which is happening, trying to win that 80 grand prize. All right, no signatures there. That one's shot. All right, let's go over here. Also, later on in the game, guys, I will give you this pro tip here. We don't want swag, we want char. Okay. 2 things. One, throughout this tutorial, one of the steps is going to tell you to build a reflex, and the next step is to use that reflex to jump to another system. I tell everybody, before you jump, build from your printer, and we're going to get to that as soon as I can find some char, actually. You want to build a device called the hop. As you can see here, this is the skip. The hop is for the next size ship up. And if you don't build that, then you're going to get in this orbital and you're going to see things like, 600 km away, and you have to slow boat all the way there. It's not worth it. Do yourself a favor, build that thing first. Or what you can do is, as you can see here, we're going to use this skip. We're going to see we're going to get up to about 6 km, right? Or, 6 point whatever ms. If you build yourself an Afterburner 2 and slap it on a Corvette, you will go half the speed of that module, and you'll be able to maneuver. Because this, we can't turn, right? This eats up our capacitor and our fuel super fast, and when you start it off, you have a 30-second cooldown. On the AB2, you do not have that problem. There we go. There's char. That's what we need. 60. All right, let's shut this off. Let's turn before we're going to hit this rock. Kaboom. Again, thank God there is no collision damage in this game right now. All right, so what do we got here? Oh, this is perfect. We got swag and we got char. So two of the things we definitely need. All right, so we're going to stop here. We're going to target this because that's what we need first. We're going to target this. We're going to start mining this. And once we have enough in our inventory, we're going to start building our first thing here. As soon as we need 50. All right. Do this. We're going to build our portable storage. Oh, they want us to build a refinery, but you can build either. You just keep mining, and it costs 50 to build. So right here, this is our portable refinery. Move that right there. We have enough for our storage. We're going to move this right here. Let them build. It's going to take a couple seconds. No, the skills are a little bit different. Let me bring up the skills real quick because I should be earning, as I'm mining right now, I should be earning some skills. This is the XP bar. So anything you do in the game, you basically earn what's called memories, right? You're leveling up your character. So, and I will be putting a tutorial on this next week. I'm just waiting to build the 2 features so I can go do a full tutorial on it. Hold on a second. Let's just move. Let's refuel first of all. Do this. And we're going to move all of this into this field storage. The field storage is 30,000 M3, so that helps out. All right, we're going to continue mining while I talk. Okay, so skills, right? So once this levels up, we're going to get something like you're going to get +1 to logical, +1 to reactive, and each of those does something different, right? Some help you with capacitors, some help you with targeting, so some help rate of fire. Let me go into the menu here. This is our character menu, right? So I have no memory stored right now. Identity defining required, unlock identity from you. I don't know. I have to figure that out. On my main, it's no problem. See, as you can see, we just gained, right? Gain memory, +1 logical, +0 adaptive. Okay. So this is what we're finding. This is what we call shells. So instead of clones, we're using shells, which there's actually going to be part of an industry where you can actually grow these. Different shells do different things, right? Currently right now, there's 3 different shells in the game. One gives you -10 for capacitor need for shields. One gives you -10 for capacitor need for armor repping. And one gives a -10 for capacitor consumption for a mining laser. So as you see, we earn all this stuff. And then when we build a refuge, we can ascend and basically put all these skills and what are called memories out of the shell and onto our existence, our self. And then you're going to build up memories here. Now you have 27 slots. You're going to be able to build them all up. And then what you can do then is you can weave a crown. So it basically takes all those skills that you have on yourself, puts them on an item, and that item can go on your shell to basically give that shell all those bonuses that you may have accrued during different things. So it's a really cool system. This is the first iteration of that. I mean, we got skills last cycle, but this is the first fleshed out cycle that we have doing this. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to go into here. We're going to pick up feldspar crystals. We're going to just start processing these. And it's going to just continuously, as it has the materials, it's just going to continuously do it until it runs out of materials. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take 100. It's the same way as EVE Online, just shift click to move things, separate stacks. And I'm going to go to one of those outer belts now. Let me just put this here and just refuel real quick. Because this unstable fuel gets burned up really, really fast. All right, so we have our mining laser. We have 100 feldspar crystals. Now we're going to go to, while this is working, we're going to go to the outer because we need to go get char. And that's going to, basically, we're going to make our fuel from that. Exactly. We're like skinwalkers. Exactly. I think what someone referred to it as, we are basically infomorphs, right? Our consciousness is in a database, and we're just kind of putting it into these mechanical beings. Exactly. It's exactly. Repeat the same thing. So yes, it's action skills, right? The more you repeat this action, the better skill you're going to get with it. All right. So these. So once you guys start playing for a while, you will start noticing what is going to be where, right? Like this right here. When you see this kind of layout, you know comets are going to be in the area, and comet is what we need to mine to get our fuel. So go to this one over here. It's like whenever you go to, you see an ingot, you know it's going to be slag or char near it, and that's what you need for your metals. That's what you need for your common ores, your feldspar crystals. Still have to find the time today to do a news video to put up on the channel today because a lot of interesting things have happened this week, news-wise, bug-wise, as well as covering the war that's going on. So as you can see, these are the signatures that are getting resolved as we fly closer to it. These are probably going to be comets, but they could be something else. They could be rats. They could be anything. But as long as, yeah, it's around this base, these are comets. Yep, see? And that's what we need. Let's see is who in this area anyway. Agent 0. Well, if we see him, we can always, pop off and fire. But this is a starting system, so he probably left the system already. And also, if you are next to a big rock, sometimes your signature will be masked so that people won't be able to drop in on you or resolve your signature because you're next to a big gravitational force. All right, we're automatically going to drop a refinery, which of course I dropped it right in front of me so I can crash into it. I should just rename this tune to Crash. That's what I should have named this thing. And those ticks that you're hearing, the tick tick, tick. That's these signatures popping up on our radar. So we are mining this now. Later on down the line, there will be automation, so that you can actually set things up to do it itself throughout the game. Like drones. I think you're going to have drones. I don't know exactly what, but basically, so like when we are refining stuff, right? And the output, you have to manually take it out of the output, put it in the field storage. That can be automated. You can just say, hey, when this is done, I want these to go here, and it'll automatically do it for you. And they're like, hey, when I run out of this material, pull it from here to start another batch. And of course, we got rats coming in on us. Let's see if they'll just ignore us. Just refining that. Nope, they are not ignoring us. Are they shooting at me or are they shooting at... Oh, no, they're shooting at my structures. Okay. And I think the game just crashed. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm still here. I'm just trying to re-log back in. All right. Come back in now. Server didn't crash. It was just on my end. Let's see what happened here. And I'm somewhere else, apparently. Okay. Well, all right. Let's just bring up our assets window, see exactly where we left everything. This was the last one I placed down, so that'll take us right there. Go light mode. All right. And we're back. I'm going back. Sorry, I didn't see your Captain Nemo. I didn't see your post before. Uh, you know, we do have the philosophy: if it's not reap, shoot it. So sorry about that. It's just how we run. Let's see. Can I target this? Is that one right there? There we go. Let's see. Now they're targeting me. Nice. That's right. We're just going to mine this a bit, fill up our hole, and we'll take it to the other refinery, just so we can get through the tutorial here. Almost full. We're full. We're going to go to our first one that we dropped. They're not even attacking me. They're just kind of targeting me. I think they're just being a little wary of me. There are some rats that are, it's weird. The rat behavior is completely different now. The AI is completely different with them. So there are some that you can trade with. There are some. Hold on a second. We are getting a feedback error. Just closing some stuff down here. Trying to fix some things here on the stream. For some reason, I'm getting an error. If you guys can tell me in the chat if things are being choppy on your end, I might have to stop the stream and restart it. Checking real quick. Okay. I was just something happened with my computer and just kind of froze everything. So, all right, we're back here. Okay. See, this is what happens when I don't stream that often, right? All right, let's find my stuff. Where's my stuff? My stuff's right here. All right, this is the storage. I'm gonna change this. Put that in there. Now, once this makes our water ice, we can turn that into our fuel. Right. Just give it a minute. 43 seconds to get through this. We'll just make that. We'll spin through this. Actually, we'll go back in that field. Let me pull 50 out. Just need 50 of this. Come on, stop that. All right. Field there. E1 fuel. All right, that finishes that portion of the tutorial. We made a field storage, finishes that part. All right, we are right here, so it wants us to make a refuge, and that is why we set up shop here, because our slag is right there. That's the metal rich. So now we're going to mine some of this. Oh, that one's way too far. This is the one. All right, so I'm mining that. We're going to blend those together. All right, I need 50 of these. Let's go build our refuge now. Now let's field printer. That's what I was supposed to build. Put that one there. So the metal is for the refuge. What we mined for the fuel, that also builds our printer. All right. As you see, we were just burning through this unstable fuel. That's fine, because now we're going to go, where's that field? Now we have D1 fuel. There we go. And our D1 fuel is going to be a lot better than the other fuel that we were using. So we use D1 fuel, right? All right, what's the next part? Sojourn metal. Okay, so we need to go to the field printer. Let's see. We need to build this. We're going to build this, but we need Sojourn. So we need reinforced alloys, hydrocarbon residue. We have that. We need the alloys. That's this. As I say, the blue goo. All right. We got to go over to a refinery. Change this to the metal. That's going to give us the stuff that we need to build that. Yeah, I'm having an issue with my laptop, apparently. Let me see if I can close down some more stuff here. That's going to close. Yeah, for some certain, I don't know what happens, but sometimes it just does it. It fritzes out sometimes. Store that, store that, store that. Let's go to our field printer while it's cooking the rest of this. Got that. You should have 70. Yep, just there. Okay. So he was 8 of these. All right, let's build the engine that we need. All right, so it's cooking that. Now it wants us to build a reflex. Now, one thing I will say, like I said, it's as soon as we build the reflex, we're gonna put it in the refuge and we're gonna do all that stuff. But it's going to want you to just at that moment in time jump to the next system. Few things, and I'm going to put this in the beginner's tutorial. Make yourself some extra fuel, and make yourself that hop because the hop, you're this way you can actually move around in the orbital, since it's not going to take you like a decade and a half to actually get to the ore that you need to progress farther. All right, so we got that made. Wants us to build that. We need to build the program frame to build the reflex. So let's build that because we have those. And the hop, I think we're going to need. What was it? Hop. Okay, so we got to make some thermal composites, which I think we should have. No stuff. Let's just keep. This is melt some of that down. Is that for the blue? No, I think we need feldspar, right? Yeah, because we're gonna need. Yeah, let's get the char. We need the. Whoa, where'd I go? Went dark. Okay, we're back. Just the camera. Camera's still a little wonky. All right, so char. Let's get that. It's there. And let's start just loading up on that because we're going to need a bunch of that. Oh, and it bugged out. So when it bugs out like this, like it's not working at all, real easy to do. Just offline it. Put it back online again. And then it starts working. So it's one of the bugs that actually happens with guns a lot too. We're going to load up on this. And see, we're getting more memories here. I don't know what this is. Again, this is an Ascent package. I don't know what this is. I didn't have to do this with my main account. So I will have to, for future reference, I will have to figure this because otherwise I won't be able to transfer any memories over. Unless, let's do that. We're here. We'll do the experiment on this account. It may just be because I don't have a picture because it is that simple account. Let's ascend. Can I ascend? Yeah, I can ascend. See, I got all these memories here. So let's do this. All right. So I'm going to show you guys the ascension and how this works. And apparently the stream is getting clogged up. I don't know what's causing that issue. One second, checking some settings here. Stream settings. Okay, let's do this. All. 'Cause, 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 'c Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's causing the issue. Or it's bugging out on you guys. I can try restarting the app. We can, unless it's clear. It seems clear. I don't know. Let's go ahead and try this. Okay. So we have a refuge. We can ascend our character. So we want to take these skills here and place them on ourself here, which I think this is just a portrait. So let's go ahead. We're going to do this. We're going to ascend. Actions on the frontier. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's just a portrait. So we're ascending this character. We're going to move these over here. So it's now going to be on ourself. He's going to lose his level. So now these are here permanently. So think of it as like backing up your data, right? You're writing a report. You know there's going to be thunderstorms in the area. You don't have auto backup set. So you're just going to back up your thing in case you lose power. It's basically it. So now what we can do now is now this incarnation that we're in, he is completely blank. He's a blank shell. He has nothing. You know, obviously any actions that we do is going to build us more XP as we're going. But as we're doing that, hey, I still want to have the stuff that I had as I gain more things. So every 30 minutes, we can weave a crown, which is an item in game. It's going to take all those things that we just learned, put them onto an item. All right, so we just wove a crown. Sorry, oh, I didn't do it. It apparently didn't do it. Hold on, let's weave a crown. Weave a crown. All right, it's weaving it. Oh, I don't know. It's duh. Okay, because I was mining. Okay, I'm an idiot. Give me a second. Okay. Dumb people of the frontier, right here. Okay, so we're gonna weave the crown. Third time's the charm. There we go. We're weaving it, and there we go. We have a crown wove. Now, if we go to our incarnation in the inventory, we're gonna see it right here. Now, they just added this today. When you go to show info, you can actually see which memories have been transcribed on it. Now, each one has 27 slots, your incarnation and yourself. So, yes, you can max these out. And obviously, you can edit them. So, see, these ones are like +1, +1, +0. So, along the lines, you're going to get better memories. I have some on main that are like +5, +4, stuff like that. And once you fill up those slots, you can then go over here and say, you know, I have a +5. Let me delete this one that's a +1. And this way it frees up that slot and you can put another one in. Okay? So let's put that crown on. As you can see, we have 0 here. We're going to put this crown on by dragging it up, putting it in the investment slot. And now everything's back here. And then we can just, as you see, it kind of reset our XP bar to the level of what it was. So if you want to maximize this, right, I would say ascend your character, have all the skills, hold off on weaving the crown, take that blank shell, go out and do some things, you know, whether mining, something like that, build that character up, then put the crown on top of that character. So now you're putting skills on top of skills again, and you'll have more skills. What was I doing? That's right. We needed to make some more things. So we need to refine the chart. That's right. Okay. Which is over there. Okay. All right, so let's put this here, and this here. We're going to change this to Felspar. I'm going to deposit this. We're going to start breaking this down because what we need to do to build that hop, we need to, let's put this in the storage because we're going to build a reflex. Nope, wrong thing. We need to build that hop. And we need printed circuits. And we need thermal composites. So we're going to need to build those from this printer. Printed circuits is going to take that hydrocarbon residue. All this stuff right here you can get from either the char or you can also get it from the comets. You'll get more hybrid carbon through the comet, but you can do it through the chart. It just takes a lot longer. So let's deposit. And we need 10. So I think I had the wrong button. Anyway, we're just gonna let this go 10 times and then we're gonna take care of it. Have you tried Ironsides, have you tried taking it down and rebuilding it? Like disassembling the unit, then assemble back up? All right, so we made an 11 because I was not paying attention. And yes, you can do custom runs on this. I just didn't. All right. So we got that. We need our orange goo. All right. All right, so we have our orange goo now. All right, let's build our hop. We can build one of these too. Oh, did I not take everything out? I did not take everything out. Okay. All right. Where's that hop? All right. Building one of these. So that's going to take 2 minutes. Let's check on a refinery. That's going good. We are going to make some more. We are going to need to make more fuel. Do we have any more? Let's start melting that down. About a minute 30 here. All right. One more minute, and then we can build a reflex. And the reflex, I think we have everything for the reflex. Oh, we need more. We need more alloys. Okay, so we need to make some more char. I mean, some slag. So start gathering more of this. All right, so we got this made. Let's just put the recipe in here for reflex. All right, we got this made. Oh wait, we can't put this in here. Yeah, because I'm an idiot. So I gotta make more. I gotta make more of this because we only have. How much do we have? This. We have 6. So yeah, we need to use the printer to make more of these. So let's make the blue goo. Come on, it's not that. Refinery, let's take this out. All right. I'll start cooking down. Let's see, it was 100 here. We'll just do have a few runs with this just to get us all the material that we need. The first, I really like this cycle. There are a few complaints that I do have about this cycle. One is some of the rats seem overly aggressive. Just coming out of nowhere, and maybe where I moved to, though, to be completely, because I'm out of the starting areas. But the rats start swarming my structures inside these orbitals, inside the minefield, like the asteroid fields, and just start wrecking my stuff. They start these rats called graves. It was like Grave Luthier, Grave Austere, Cairo. These are weird names, and they just start killing all my stuff, and they hurt. If you see a Grave Shambler, they hit hard, and they're very accurate, even from 65 to 80 km out. Other than that, let's see. I think the passive scanning has to get retuned a bit. By that, I should be able to resolve things that are, I don't know, within 15 km of my ship. I understand that things like fly behind something, but I should still be able to know what it is. Like, if my computer noticed it, it should be put into the memory of, oh, this is here. You know what I mean? So I think that system needs some tweaking, especially at your base. There's no reason why, if I'm on the other side of my network node and I can't visibly see my storage units, why they should show up as signatures, right? I should know everything at my base because I'm the one that placed it there. Everything's tied in, drawing power from that network node. I think that needs to be tweaked as well. Other than that, I'm actually really enjoying this so far. Now, like I said, I've only been playing since Wednesday through this cycle. And the progression is a little bit slower because of the changes that they've made in game. That being said, it's still fun. So I'm having a good time. Let's move this here, this here. I'm excited to see some of the further things that's going to be coming out. We are going to be getting the repair mechanic somewhere in the cycle. So basically, when your base gets blown up, it's not going to get eradicated. It's going to have like a broken state where you can just actually repair it, and it comes back. It comes back. So think of it like busting a pinata, right? You smack it a few times, get the loot out of it, or your sweets, and then obviously, if you want to destroy the thing, you keep whacking it. But that's how that's how your base mechanics or defenses are going to work. People can whack your stuff, get materials that fall from it, and they can leave the stuff there, or they can just burn it all to the ground. So I'm interested to see that mechanic. I have not experienced yet, but the rats are now roaming throughout the system. They will chase you. They have not come to my base yet, but they will go to your base and attack your base as well. I have not experienced that yet. Yeah, besides, it could be a sweep. Did you put a bug report in by hitting F12 as well as making a thread on the official Discord? Let's see if we have enough to make a goo now. And let's just continue mining this real quick. Let's see. $210. Okay, so we can make 3 runs of this. Still not going to give us enough. We have to at least do another run. Actually, wait. I need 28, so that's 24. Yeah, I should be able to do it now. Should be able to make it. Okay, so let's make the reflex. Here it is. All right, we have all the materials needed. All right, and the ship will be done in 40 seconds. I think I'm also going to build an autocannon just so I can have something when we jump, so I can fight back. All right, so we're building. So, see, okay, so this is the one I told you guys about right here, where it says here, go to your refuge, fit your ship manually, and then prepare for your first jump. It doesn't tell you to build the hop. And now we're having poor. I wonder if it's my internet connection. It could be. It could be the internet connection that I'm having. Waiting for this to clear up a little bit. I know they've been having issues in my area with Verizon. I'm running BIOS, but I am also wireless right now. In the future, I probably should run a better connection. Yeah, I think Verizon's having issues today. So, unfortunately, sorry about the poor quality of the stream in these sections, guys. Just waiting for it to clear up a little bit. All right. So we got a reflex. Let's move in the refuge. Let's go ahead and build that autocannon. Oh, and let's build a afterburner 2. Because you can do this too. Like if you build this sometimes is better than the hop. Like I said, it's half the speed of the hop, but you'll be able to maneuver a bit better. Let's see, we are on printer. Afterburner is 36 seconds, and we're just gonna make autocannon, make some ammo for that, and then we're good. But while we're waiting, let's go ahead and jump onto our new ship, guys. So one another tip I'm going to say is before you move to your ship, let's take everything off here. We're building up our tunes, and we don't need this, but let's take the hull repair with us because we can use that, and we don't need the skip module because it will not fit. So we're good here. Let's make sure we got everything out of our inventory. Move that over to there. We're going to open the refuge. It's packaged. We're going to do that, and shebang. Come on. And we are in our new ship. I have D1 fuel here. Okay. So let's just fit our ship with everything that we have right now that we took off. Let's move this over here, make it a little bit easier. So we need that Sojourn engine. Otherwise, we cannot fuel the ship. We have our hop. Have our hull repairer. Have our small cutting laser. And let's move the fuel because we need to refuel this thing. Obviously, we need to make more fuel before we jump. Let's rename. All right, and we need our lenses. Put that in there. Put that in there. Actually, I think part of the tutorial is probably going to have us build some lenses too. All right. All right. Where are we at? Oh, and we have a wind over there. And yes, we are going to kill him as soon as I find my stuff. Afterburner 2. How long is it going to take to make our autocannon? 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Crap. We're going to start building this. We're just going to wait. We're going to wait. Build our weapon and take him out proper, right? I mean, that's the only logical thing to do, I think, right? Charitable thing. I am not jumping yet. We have kills to do. Just stay there. Be a good little wind. For another 1 minute. I would say 50 seconds. We need to make some ammo right after this, which should not be an issue. I should have everything I need to make the ammo. Yeah. If I had more hydrocarbon, I could make another printer and go faster, but I don't have that currently right now. If there's any other questions you guys wanted to throw out there, let me know while we're waiting for this to build. Or we're keeping an eye on them. All right, let's make our ammo. All right. We're going to give him double barrels. Oh, there you go. Some PvP action. That's the other thing, too. I don't like how the Rex show up as signatures. Thank you for your participation in this stream. So let me show you guys the difference between the two speeds here. So let's go. All right, we're going to max speed here real quick. So this is the Afterburner 2. And as you can see, the hop will take us what 5? I think 5. So this brings us to like 2.3, but at least we can maneuver. We can turn, we can get out of the way where it's not one stop. And as you can see, we can turn this off and there's no cooldown. I don't have to wait a 30-second cooldown. So let me turn this one offline. Bring this one back online. All right. We're going full speed. Let's go to the hop. So as you can see, the hop's taking us much, much faster to traverse this whole landscape or the orbital. But as you see, it's burning through our fuel. It's burning through our cap. After recycle, boom. And then once you turn it off and it cycles down, it's a 30-second cooldown. So I would say if you can on your reflex or whatever, depending on where you're fit, I would run both a hop and an AB2. Only use the hop to get to this point of interest. Everything else use the afterburner for. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. All right. So we're going to be ending the stream soon because I have to go pick up my daughter from school and do some other things. And like I said, I still need to put together the Frontier Friday news video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit more advanced where I am in my main account. So give me 1 second to let's do this. I'm going to jump off of this. Give me a moment. All right, I'm here on my main account now. So this currently is my. Now I'm using the ghost building method where I can drop everything down and then just once I plan out my base, all I gotta do is just drop the materials off to do it. So I can just like go to this over here and just interact. And then just tells me what I need to put in, and it'll automatically build it at that point. So not much built yet because basically I'm working on getting either my reaver or my recurve set up. Next thing is I'm going to build the nursery and the nest here, just so I can do that shell tutorial video for everybody. I gotta make some foam so I can bring the turrets up online, and then let's see, I got my mini berth, so again making the ships. Next is to get everything else rocking and rolling. Got to get I just have to farm and get all the rest of my stuff. So, and this where I'm at, I think there's like 10 anchor points at this Lagrange point. So a nice little view. As you saw, if you see the videos from the previous cycle, it was basically the same mega structure, except I was like right on top of it. So now it's just kind of way out in the distance. But this is the again, this is the main account right now, and everything's pretty much planned out so far what I need to build. So I hope you guys had fun. I had fun streaming. Sorry about the technical issues that we did have. And I hope to see you guys out on the frontier. Again, if you are going to try this game, if you just want to dabble in it, go ahead and just get that $20 pack. Because $20 it's cheaper than the $40 pack. And if you like it, you can always upgrade, whatnot. Go ahead and use my code, which is Daemonxel. You can throw that right in the redeem section when you get it. Again, it helps me out on the leaderboard, helps me with grace. And yeah, I'll be putting out the news video later on today, depending on what happens. It's a busy day. And again, I'll talk to you guys when I talk to you. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Fly safe. And remember, here on this channel, we're always one vision, one purpose, one front. I'll see you all on the next video. I don't know when I'm going to live stream again. Again, it's very rare when I do this. But yeah, I'm glad you guys joined me. I'm glad you guys were here. And see you guys again.